Today we talk about the American Revolution, how 13 colonies won independence. The American Revolution was one of the most important events in history. In the late 1700s, 13 British colonies in North America grew tired of being ruled by Britain. They wanted freedom, and in less than a decade, they transformed from colonies into an independent nation, the United States of America. The tensions started after Britain won the French and Indian War. To recover war expenses, the British Parliament passed new taxes like the Stamp Act and the Tea Act. But the colonists had no representatives in Parliament, so they protested with the famous slogan, "No taxation without representation." Protests turned into clashes. In 1770, the Boston Massacre shocked the colonies when British soldiers killed several colonists. Just 3 years later, in the Boston Tea Party, patriots dumped British tea into the harbor to show their anger. These acts showed that the colonies were ready to resist. In 1775, the first battles at Lexington and Concord marked the beginning of the war. At first, Britain had the upper hand with its strong army and navy. But the colonies had passion, determination, and leaders like George Washington, who became commander of the Continental Army. The real turning point came in 1776 when the colonies declared independence. On July 4th, the Declaration of Independence, written mostly by Thomas Jefferson, announced to the world that America was free. It introduced powerful ideas that all men are created equal and that people have rights to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. The war was difficult. Washington's army faced hunger, cold winters, and many defeats. But they never gave up. A major victory at the Battle of Saratoga in 1777 changed everything. It convinced France to join as an ally, providing money, soldiers, and naval power. Soon, Spain and the Netherlands also supported the colonies. Finally, in 1781, the combined American and French forces trapped the British at Yorktown, Virginia. General Cornwallis surrendered, and Britain realized the war was lost. 2 years later, the Treaty of Paris officially recognized the independence of the United States. The revolution was not perfect. Freedom was not granted to everyone. Enslaved people, women, and Native Americans were left out of its promises. But the ideas of liberty and equality planted during this time inspired future generations and even revolutions in other countries like France. In the end, the American Revolution was more than a war. It was a struggle for freedom, dignity, and self-rule. It showed that ordinary people could stand up to one of the strongest empires in the world and win. The legacy of those 13 colonies continues to shape history even today.